Alright, so we're live from the Brojo for an episode of the Roshan Bros Deuce. So I'm Ken.
I'm John Dean, porn enthusiast supreme.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
That happened.
I'm Eli, local anarchist. I'm just gonna stick with the same one. I don't.
By the way, did you say corn enthusiast?
No, porn enthusiast.
No, I'm the corn enthusiast.
I actually found
I
one
live in
right
Iowa, man.
now that actually kind of makes me laugh. The title is Interracial Porn Censored for Losers. And the thumbnail is just a chick getting railed by a bunch of black dudes, but there's black bars over everything with like really derogatory words written on them.
Oh my
Alright.
god!
I'm not gonna say
So
any of them
you're,
because they're pretty not.
Who are you?
They're pretty not PG.
Regular guy, Zach.
Look how we all made our own like Ryan-esque fucking titles.
So when we start doing top 10s and fun facts, you'll introduce yourself as regular guy Zach all the time, and
Mine's gonna be different every time.
And Eli will be the local anarchist Eli when he talks about fun facts about the Mortal Kombat game TV show.
Mine'll just
I
literally
thought
be
Eli
different
and I
every
were
time.
both doing that.
Yeah, you're gonna write it together.
Oh.
Yeah, work on it together because that's what team does. And then Gil is just depressing. I feel like if Gil gets a new Twitter, it's gonna be depressed Gil 123.
What's wrong with you? Depressed Gil.
Sad Gil 123.
I feel like that's probably already taken.
Yeah, it's a picture of a fish frowning.
Probably.
So the first, so the first trailer we
blow
have.
up a
Alright, I can't find
small
anything.
bottle of
I'm
something. I don't know.
So
I use Mentos though.
Hey, Coke.
No, Coke's for losers.
Pepsi.
No,
RC.
Pepsi's for loser. RC, are you kidding me with that weak
Dr.
sauce?
Pepper.
There we go.
Dr.
That's a man
Pepper.
who knows.
Does Mentos react to Dr. Pepper?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it's just like the CO2 in there, like reacting with the sugar and the fucking like bubbles in the Mentos.
I thought the
It
sugar
doesn't-
react. Okay, yeah.
This is the news, rehashing science experiments from fucking 70 years ago.
Yeah.
So, speaking of rehashing things, Batman Ninja came out with an English trailer, and Eli is still not digging it.
It's because it's still just gay.
Why?
Like, and I just call a lot of things that, so I feel like it loses its value.
Call it
Why-
Kevin Spacey.
Why do you not, and why don't, like, because Gil, when Gil first saw it, Gil missed out to talk about the trailer, and he's like, I don't get to talk about Batman Ninja. I'm like, okay, Gil, you can talk about Batman Ninja. Well, Batman Ninjas looks amazing.
I mean,
I don't know if that's
visually,
what you're
it looks pretty good, but I fucking despise weeb culture. Can all go fuck yourselves. Not everyone here, any weebs listening.
Oh.
Fuck them. You know who you are.
I was gonna say, like, are you outing me as a weeb, or are you telling me to just
You
go
did
fuck
play
myself?
Doki Doki, yeah.
I mean, I'll admit I'm kind of a weeb.
I'm
I'm not like sleep with a body pillow anime girl weeb, but
I don't even mean like. Mostly, I hate the faction that are they like praise katanas. I won't lie.
Yeah,
like
they're-
just Eastern culture in general, and they're like, oh, the Japan ever invaded Europe, they would have fucked them up. It's like you're
No, they
so
wouldn't.
wrong on
Yeah.
so many historical levels.
like katanas were good quality swords, but that shit wouldn't have done dick to fucking plate armor.
Yeah. I would say the Chinese might have had a better shot with their gunpowder and shit.
I mean, yeah,
probably
with
not.
gunpowder maybe, but like sword wise, no.
No,
Because
yeah. Like,
the problem with like plate armor is that like it's really, really good against slashing weapons,
right.
and like Asian swords were never really like
Anything
Heavy.
but slashing?
Armor
they were
was
mostly like
literally leather
the-
armor
the
with
cur-
metal plating a little bit.
Do you know the curves in like your average Japanese like katana? But there are a bunch of other different types that aren't katanas. I don't really give a shit.
yeah.
It's,
Wanabushi.
It's not curved enough to actually lend to slashing.
Yeah.
It was more of a when they cooled the metal, it curved back that way.
Yeah, it
and
did
then
that
The
because
general theory
of
is
the
they
way
were
it was
like,
made.
"Oh, that looks cool. We're gonna keep it."
Yeah.
It's just like I get that. Yeah, sure.
So
But
katanas
it
were
was
basically
more of a
essentially
slashing than a
stabbing weapon,
stab.
though.
Yeah, I mean,
It wasn't really more of a stabbing weapon because it was curved. The point came to like an
the
awkward
slight curve.
Yeah. It made stabbing
especially
awkward.
since the curve is technically different on everyone.
Mhm.
Right, that's very understandable.
Because it's not something they
All
did
right,
on
this,
purpose.
This isn't the news though.
This is the forgery
Fucking weebs.
podcast. Fuck you. I also
I
like
wasn't calling you.
katanas, but yeah, it's just it wouldn't have worked.
Sean secretly is in his garage with a Komodo.
I do actually have a couple katanas.
He did say he had a sword in his trunk.
Fucking Kevin
I have
Spacey.
other fucking swords too. It's not like I just have katanas and I'm like, this is the best sword I could ever possibly
You
own.
have
This
a Kriegsmesser?
katana?
A what?
A Kriegsmesser?
No, I do not.
Get the fuck out of my
Did you
house.
ever play
I
one?
think you're
Your
John.
house.
It's like John explaining it to go.
I
like,
wish I had a claymore.
This katana has the soul of a dead samurai.
It was forged for 10,000 years.
It's not like
Forged over 40 billion fucking times.
It's not like
It
I'm.
reaps souls and can
It's-
cut through tanks.
It's
It
not
was
like
made
I
in
think-
China.
It's not like I think I'm in Bleach over here, guys.
And I've kept the Made in China sticker pristine.
No, my,
It's just like
And the price tag.
my favorite sword is actually like a replica of the fucking King's sword in Lord of the Rings. So
Oh, that's really cool. You actually have that one?
like
Yeah.
Norn sword.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have the broken one? Because I have the
no,
bro-
obviously not.
Oh, I have the broken one because I like that one a lot. I think that one looks way fucking cooler.
Why would I buy a broken sword? like,
That defeats the purpose of a sword.
Had to buy it one piece at a time.
It came with all the pieces. Yeah,
No,
nice, pristine
that
case.
being said, like if you collect katanas, by all means, go ahead.
I just,
don't-
I just
figure-
hate the people who. God.
no, I just
already
like
described it.
swords.
Yeah,
I just
no,
like
I do too.
swords.
Yeah. So
I like all-
Eli hates this because basically this is just like combining Batman fanboys and weeaboos together to make a fusion dance.
I also hate the part where they're like, it's Batman Ninja. And it's like,
He's
this
a
is
samurai.
the one instance where Batman's not a fucking ninja.
He's
Yeah.
a samurai.
Samurai.
Everything else, he's a ninja. But yeah, in this one, it's like, he's more of the samurai.
Well, that's the thing too.
warrior
Is
looking
like,
guy.
like the actual ninjas were like never represented correctly ever.
They were
Because
just
they're not like
farmers.
Basically just another term for fucking spy.
Yeah, well, that and like most of the people that like were considered the ninjas that the samurais were fighting at the time were literally just like
farmers.
farmers that were using whatever tools they could get a
Garden-
hold
I
of
don't,
to get an
I don't have
advantage.
time to dive down
Shovels.
this rabbit hole.
Yeah,
Let's keep going.
they would basically just like make their farming tools into weapons.
Personally, when I look at this trailer, there's just a lot of things that like when Eli explained like how weeb it is, I'm like, you're right. Bane
It
is
is pretty weeb.
Bane is a sumo wrestler. The Red Hood is wearing that typical like it's that typical long helmet, but it's a fucking red helmet. I'm like, all right, this is getting fucking obnoxious. And then at the end, for some weird reason, we don't know why, there's a giant ass fucking Joker mech coming up. I'm like, okay.
Why not?
I was
Have
like,
you seen basically any Japanese movie that's animated? There's always just a giant mech. for
so
whatever
where I
reason.
stand, yeah, this is the thing. This is so like this is.
I mean, I'm fine with all of that stuff. It's just like
I personally think this is actually pandered toward a certain crowd. This is obviously pandered.
Everything is pandered towards a certain
But this one in general is very
Yeah.
pandered toward like.
Just everything about it.
Do you like Japanese culture? Are you also a fan of DC Comics? I'm just gonna
Yeah, I
smash
think-
them
Are
together.
you a fan of the biggest fucking hero in DC Comics? Oh
Yeah,
my
pretty
god,
much.
here's the thing for you.
Do you like Batman? Do you not realize he could get beat by Moon Knight? Well, he went back in
do
time.
you like anime? But in 3D
No,
animation
but
forms?
I do think it looks really cool though.
Yeah, it does actually look
I was really digging
solid.
basically all the Joker. He's got like a cult, all the Joker masks and
Mhm.
stuff. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
And like, I think the English cast really works a lot better because like
Because it's once again a thing where like the Japanese voice actors' voices are going to be too high for the characters.
no,
Yeah.
no, that is not the
Batman. Oh, that's Batman's voice.
no, but like
Robin.
no, Batman, no, Batman's voice was deeper too. But like no, for me is that like
Which doesn't make
Nani?
sense. He doesn't have to hide in ancient Japan.
Yeah,
where I stand with this one, it,
or like he's a full black
Oh, you
armor
Bruce
in the middle
Wayne?
of daylight.
No.
No, I'm Batman.
No, but he went back at like this initial plot apparently is like Batman goes back in time. So like it would make sense that Batman's English voice actor is like he still speaks English, I guess.
Yeah.
Where like this Joker, real talk though, I like the Japanese sounding Joker more than I do the fucking English Joker.
Well, I mean, the Joker usually does
Does he do
kind of have
magic
more of a
tricks, though?
high-pitched voice.
What?
That'd be
So
cool.
does he do magic tricks then?
But and I like in the original training, he's like, that's a man. And I was like, I like
Disappearing
that.
pencil.
Batamano.
Bataman.
Chuga-sama. Like, those were really cool lines, but like, hearing it in an English thing is a little bit better. It's less jarring, I guess. Because I'm not used to Batman. Like, this sounds weird. I'm not used to Batman being a Japanese anime, I guess.
I mean, that feels like it should just be a thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no one's used to Batman being Japanese.
I'm used to Spider-Man
Maybe
being
Japanese
Japanese. Not really. I never watched that show.
There was
Which one?
Japanese Spider-Man?
Yeah. He had a giant robot, too.
Oh, yeah.
Dorsey
That's fucking
did.
right, yeah. He was basically...
That's
they were
what
trying
starts stereotypes right there.
No, we're not even. I'm not even kidding. He legitimately had
No,
a
I
giant
believe
robot.
He's had a lot of stupid shit.
Yeah, then we go to Series of Unfortunate Events Season 2. And,
Neil Patrick Harris. That's all you need to know.
I mean, I personally liked the first season a lot.
Neil Patrick Harris. That's
Fuck you, I'm
all
trying...
you
I'm
need to
gonna,
know.
no, I'm gonna fucking explain.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Alright, so... I liked the first season a lot, and I really like how it was better than the awesome movie we got with Jim Carrey. I'll tell you.
I didn't think Jim Carrey did a bad job.
I don't think he did a bad job, but that movie was just trash.
The
Yeah.
pops into my head.
I just didn't like the books, even when I was a kid. Just because I was like, oh man, these are depressing. I'm already kind of a depressing guy. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to have that. So I was like,
I don't want
I'm not
to
gonna-
also be suicidal.
That's
But
what
I got
It
there
is.
anyway.
Yeah,
Not
pretty
suicidal.
much. Oh,
Well, aren't you lucky?
well then.
Yeah.
Got strong feelings against that, man. Not a topic for here. So.
Well, aren't you lucky? But this...
Sorry.
Lucky punk.
No, it's understandable. It's fine.
All right,
I mean,
headcanon.
sorry for Gil's.
Headcanon.
My bad.
Fucking Dirty Harry, except for it's Kevin Spacey, extra flamboyant, who plays Dirty Harry.
Shut the fuck up.
Wait, what?
Keep going.
Yeah.
Lucky punk. Shut the fuck up. Keep going.
So I really do... I'm
And
excited
then he
for this.
fucks a little
Because
boy.
these are my... What the fuck?
But we can't show that because we gotta hightail it
We
towards
can
a
if it's a
PG-13.
Stephen King movie. Now
Yeah,
keep
that's
going.
true.
So I really am excited for this. Then we go to The Incredibles 2.
Fucking
Yes.
finally.
Right. Eli
Gets
I hate
delayed
The
again.
Incredibles 2.
I don't-
It's dumb.
Hate him. I just
I can-
never really.
I
Like
can
them
totally
that much?
understand his reason for not liking
It was
first
always
one.
like my brother was really into Marvel, and so I was always like, "Oh, you got the Incredibles," and even as a kid, I was kind of a lore hound, and so I was like, "Well, they've just got a movie. They're pretty straightforward." Or I've got the entire Marvel universe where people die and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna go with that." I can just research to my little.
The
heart's
thing
content.
about The Incredibles is it's essentially the best Fantastic Four movie we've ever gotten.
Well, I was gonna say like I kind of understood your point with like Incredibles. Also, like the villain actually like wasn't really that bad of a guy.
Yeah, he ended up just
Yeah, no,
dying because of a
just
dumb
like
gag gift.
just like Black Panther, it's like he had a just cause. It was just like
He's
they
a crazy
made him
man.
They
they made
made him
him
do
do
stupid shit.
douchebag things so
Yeah.
that the audience would be like, "Oh, I don't like him."
He
And
was in the-
I was like, okay, if he hadn't like choked that old lady, I'd still be on his team.
Didn't
The
Syndrome
Black
kill?
Panther guy or fucking
Didn't Syndrome kill a bunch of superheroes though?
Yeah.
The
In
robot
preparation.
killed a bunch of superheroes.
Yeah, the
Oh
robot.
yeah, but didn't Syndrome?
I mean,
have a
yeah,
hand in
he-
making it.
Yeah.
Well, that was the thing. He was on
testing
like
them out.
he was
Right.
on like a
But
quest.
his whole thing was that
So he killed
everybody
Mr.
should
Incredible.
be able to be a superhero
Yeah.
because he would give them the technology to do that.
Well, yeah.
And so basically in his head he was like, yeah, if there's regular superheroes running around,
No,
it'll
it's
be
superhero.
they'll still be like idolized because they're inherent superheroes. They're not like made superheroes.
Yeah.
He still killed people to get what he wanted.
Yeah, but
I'm not
killed
saying
the
that
supers.
like he was a good person. I'm saying that
He's
he
got
had
a
a
reasonable
justifiable
cause.
cause.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Well, yeah.
the
It's
reason
not.
why
It's not
he-
like he's like, I'm killing people because I'm fucking evil.
And the only reason he is that way is
Is because
because the
Mr.
main
Incredible
character
was
yeah,
an
has a
asshole.
giant
was a
dick.
fucking douche
Yeah,
in
he
the
was
beginning.
an asshole.
Fly
So-
home, buddy.
Right.
I work alone.
And, like,
The
which
sequel,
is
The villain might also have a just cause too.
Probably.
we don't even know who the villain technically
What if he
is.
has a
Isn't it
just
the
cause?
Underminer?
I got
It is
this.
not the
There we
Underminer.
go.
I feel like I got
You
I'm
what?
already calling it. The villain is that guy who hired Miss Elastigirl to like bring heroes back.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Oh
so-
fuck! By the way, I forgot to ask you guys, is that the Better Call Saul guy?
Yes, it
that
is.
the voice actor?
Yeah.
That's, I kind of heard that, and I was like, all I can imagine is Better Call Saul trying to, like,
Hiring Walter White to be a superhero.
hiring all these superheroes, and I was like, man, I just
But
don't
it's got your
trust him.
favorite character, favorite actor, Samuel L. Jackson.
I mean, yeah, but if
Honey,
he's not gonna have
super suits.
that big of a part, just like
Elsa versus
He's
Frozo.
definitely not going to be able to call people a
Elsa's gonna
motherfucker.
rape him.
Yeah.
Sick
With
of
ice.
these monkey fighting villains in this Monday.
I
through
really,
Friday
like-
town.
Well, I don't know.
Frozo can't freeze someone.
I'd
like,
need to look
right
into
away.
Iceman
Yeah.
to do Frozone versus Iceman, because that's who he's based off of.
He's
Yeah.
But Iceman's an Omega level mutant who's OP as shit. Like when you read into it.
A lot
I
of
mean, I
mutants
know
are
he is.
Omega level mutants.
Yeah,
But
and
he's got
any of them
into
that
it.
can create or alter reality is a
Like
fucking
Iceman is god tier
tier
though. Like
4
he
or
could
5.
he could Elsa the fucking planet with
Yeah.
just like one like thought.
But global warming's still a problem, isn't it?
Well,
true.
Iceman doesn't
It's
exist.
one of those things where I'm like, man, think of the practical
Well, neither
uses
does
of
global
these
warming.
bugs' powers.
Alright, so then we go. Like I really am excited for
Pushing this
Incredibles 2.
podcast right wing agenda over here.
Oh
I
my
guess I
god.
hear what you said.
I said, he's like, well, Iceman doesn't exist. So, and I was like,
Oh,
well, neither does
okay.
global warming.
Yeah, I was like, all right.
I'm gonna just start tagging alt-right on the news podcast to see if we get sponsorships.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Infowars picks us up.
From the NRA.
Then they see us and then they immediately reject us because
Yeah, 'cause
more
there's
than half
more
our
than
cast
one
is
minority.
Not white.
So
Put you in whiteface.
It's like that scene in
It'll
Key
just
and
be
Peele.
me, Ryan, and Max and John. We'll just
Yeah.
go make the deal. We'll never mention what color you are
We'll
again.
be like, yeah, it's the Meth Lab podcast.
Or it's like that scene in Key and Peele where they just put on white makeup on their face.
Oh, and they're pretending to be Germans.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, yeah,
Or white
Kian
chicks.
isn't his real name. He just likes to pretend he's black. His real name is Keith. Keith.
I can deal with that.
Keith Ranson.
Keith Ranson, okay.
Keith Johnson. We've got Gil Johnson.
Zach
Zach
Jackson.
Zach Jackson.
I just want to be related to him.
Yeah, we could literally.
You don't have to be. Johnson is like the most.
We could
common
honestly just
Smith.
call him Zach Paulson.
Paulson.
And nobody
Yeah,
would,
no-
everybody would
Yeah,
find
no one
his
would
wife.
give a shit.
name. But no, like
It's
it's
a German
not
last
related to every
name.
fucking Brown. Yeah, you're all old in camps now.
I mean, you could call
Alright.
him
Voltron season 5.
We've got
Yes.
John Henry and Peter Oldenkamp.
Voltron season 5.
Yeah.
Tim's up being John.
I'm actually really.
I'm John.
Olden Camp.
Another one.
I'll be called Other John.
Only
Alright.
we had Jay, so I can't.
You can call him James.
John Henry Peter.
Introduce myself as
The most
Breakfast
white
Bowl.
names.
It's still
We'll
a
change
fucking
your name.
story.
We'll change your name to Jimmy, and then it'll all work.
As long as my last name stays Dean.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ours
Alright.
is now Olden Camp.
I like it because it
Voltron.
sounds like peen, which is like short for
Fuck
penis.
up. Anyway.
Voltron season 5.
Or ween, which is short for wiener.
Okay.
We
I don't care about.
I swear to God, if you
Don't
fucking
throw
keep singing
things
that song,
at him.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Okay.
No, that
With-
song's great.
Done with that fucking song for
Anyway,
tonight.
I don't
for
care.
real.
I don't.
I'm done.
For like a little
I
while.
don't care about Voltron, so I'm gonna go.
I
Yeah.
really am excited for Voltron.
I'm not
I know
really
you
that
guys
into
like
this
it.
cartoon.
I don't know.
Why
if
are
it
you
is
excited?
someone
Like,
new.
because
I'm
you
with
you watched season 4, like, you caught up to it.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. I like the story. Will you please stop with
I'm
the wiener song?
humming the regular Game of
Stop
Thrones
with the
theme
Game
song.
of Thrones theme song.
But I'm just humming the
Shut
regular
the fuck up
one.
with the Game of Thrones theme song.
Fine. Fine, Jesus. Fine.
Done with the theme song
You
right
know
now.
nothing, kid.
You can do references all you want. Fine, fuck it.
Fine.
We know,
Fine.
we know, we know.
Seriously.
That's
That's
technically a reference.
Alright, and continuing.
That's a great fucking show. So, Ready Player One.
Ready Player One, it's a thing. Full of references as well.
I'm really not pumped for this movie. Like, everyone who
But
has
there's gonna be a Game of Thrones reference.
probably, bet there will be.
I wonder which one it is.
Secretly, they're gonna put an R-rated scene in this PG-13 movie.
So, Ready Player One does
It's
not
just
look that as
a
exciting.
horse dick.
Ready Player One does not look that.
Exciting.
I don't know.
I
I'm
have to
kind
wonder
of
how they're
excited for it.
killing people with their headsets.
I'm kind of excited for it because I feel like a movie scenario could be really good for this story. but I know that it's not going to be one of those things where it's like, or it's definitely going to be one of those things where it's like, this isn't as good as the book, and it's like, obviously, because you've got how many pages you can dedicate to a book, and you've got like max 3 hours, you can shove all that into a movie.
Sure. And it's probably not going to be over 2 hours either.
I could see it being around 2 hours.
Well, yeah,
probably.
but for me, I'd see it more being like an hour and like an hour and a half, maybe.
Yeah, that
At the
would
most.
make a lot of sense, but at the same time, like pretty much every movie coming out now is a little bit over 2 hours at least.
How long is Black Panther? Does anybody know?
I don't know. I didn't
It was
see
about
it.
2 hours.
Probably like 2
It's an
hours.
hour and 57 minutes. Also, the
That's
only
pretty close to 2
big
hours.
problem, personally, for Ready Player One is that there's a shit ton of licensing that is involved with the movie, comparatively in the books. Because in the book, Voltron is a big key player in the book, but they're using the Iron Giant because it's a Warner Brothers property.
So they've already got it.
Yeah, to replace Voltron. That's why the Iron Giant is such a big thing, because the Iron Giant was never in the book.
Also, Ultraman.
Ultraman, Ultraman is a transitive property though. A lot of the things that you see are very like, they're old.
Warner Brothers owns a lot of them.
Yeah, Warner Brothers owns a lot, and like a lot of people are like, well, Chucky's from this company and shit like that, and it's like, technically Warner Brother owns that company, so they can use it. That's why you see a lot of DC characters. You saw Joker and Harley Quinn. You saw like the Street Fighter characters and shit like that. Where like, it's harder to get like other licenses in for this thing. Like you won't see any Marvel characters.
No.
Hell no.
But that's pretty much it. So sales for Black Panther's movie soundtrack are soaring, with the Kendrick Lamar produced album
I'm gonna
set
get a copy.
to top the Billboard charts.
Both digitally and physically.
Good for you.
Woohoo!
Let's go.
The one thing I want to point out is, like, again, I really liked this. I liked the album. I have the album downloaded and I was listening to it. I also really liked the score that Kendrick Lamar did throughout the entire movie.
So-
Eli was like, I like the score until the final song.
Yeah, the
All the
final
stars.
song was just kind of, I don't know. It did not match the rest of the music.
See,
in
that's
the
what I
movie.
told you.
Yeah.
And it was.
I thought that was gonna be the credit scene where the screen is just black and it's just going through the entire.
I mean, I
they
think-
always just do an
it
instrumental.
threw
I was
me
like,
off.
I think that just makes sense. That was the first signal that came out, and so they played it at the end. So that's what usually happens.
Mhm.
But I really, like I said, I think the one thing that gave Black Panther its ups in this is its actual soundtrack in its movie. Just like how I thought that's how. I swear to God, if you guys start singing anything by Creed,
Oh.
before I fucking say it, I like the Creed movie a lot, and the reason I like it is because of the way the soundtrack.
Creed intensifies.
I mean,
The soundtrack.
You just fucking invite me to be a troll on this podcast, honestly. Like, hey, not one more Wiener reference.
One
and I'm
more.
just sitting over here like, no, because I've got 1,000 more.
Motherfucker! You can do dick references all you want.
Oh, I'm gonna do
George R.
dick
Martin
references
shit is
all I want.
Fucking.
I'm also gonna sing Creed a lot. I'm gonna put them both together.
I just like
probably.
the idea of the Creed music in the Creed movie 'cause it wouldn't fit
That
at all.
would make me laugh
It would
so
be
hard.
terrible. Anyway,
Yeah.
what do we got?
He's like montaging like in Rocky, but instead of like some inspirational song, it's like, "Can you take me higher?" Like while he's running upstairs.
LA youths are being sent to free screenings of Black Panther thanks to Top Dog Entertainment. TDE.
Are they like only inviting black kids to see it?
I'm pretty sure.
No, I said LA youths.
Oh,
Like, I didn't say LA black
Like,
youths.
no, I'm just wondering like, what's the point of this then?
Like, they just want people to go see Black Panther.
That's
So
it.
much so
Like,
that they're giving
just,
free screenings out?
They just thought that kids weren't gonna go see Black Panther for some
I just
reason.
think that they were low poverty areas, so I'm assuming yes,
Because somebody
Either
can't
that
spend
or they
around
just
10
paid
bucks.
for it and like bought out the theater.
I mean, like, I just-
the lump sum, the lump.
No,
the
I'm
lump
just
amount of
thinking that, like,
children are
if-
like minorities. I'm assuming.
but I mean that's what I'm saying is like, why didn't that get included in whatever this news was for?
Like the minority.
Like the part that they're low income or whatever. Like,
Sorry, I was going to explain that.
Oh.
Low income. They were low income kids, and LA youths got to go see Black Panther. So Marvel
well,
Studio
cool on Kendrick Lamar, then,
Yeah.
I guess.
says
And
that the
Anthony
female
talked about
superheroes of the MCU with Valkyrie and Shuri will be returning very soon. So that's awesome to hear because I really like Valkyrie from fucking Thor Ragnarok, and I really enjoyed all the side characters
Just
in Black
so
Panther.
long as Josh Whedon doesn't write
Man,
it.
I feel like you can say just like the line of text at the end of Black Panther. It's like, "Who returned for Infinity Wars?" And it's like, yeah, everybody will return. For
Yeah,
Infinity
pretty
Wars.
much.
Tommy Wiseau keeps his campaign for the role of the Joker going, sharing more fan art of himself as the Batman villain.
Wait, fan art that he drew or that
No,
someone else drew?
That's someone else drew.
Oh, that's not as funny then.
Aw.
Still, it's pretty
I mean,
funny.
he's pretty fucking insane.
He's already a fucking
Oh.
Joker. I don't know why anyone would hire him for anything.
Oh, hi,
Honestly.
Batman.
He's so...
fucking voice.
I did not hit her.
Actually,
I
if he
did
was
not
Joker,
gas
he would
her.
have.
I
did
hit
not.
her.
Oh, Batman. Oh, hi, Batman.
Oh, hi, Batman.
I hit her. Oh, hi, Batman.
It's bullshit.
And
I don't
so
know. Maybe this is a role he could actually do.
Instead of we get.
It would at least be funny.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'd be fine with it in a sense that's like,
He'd probably.
it
do
wouldn't
girls
be
in.
good, but it'd be bad, so
It'd be
good.
hilarious.
It'd be different.
Yeah, it would be different.
It'd be
Got
different.
that one.
Yeah, like imagine a Batman movie that's shot in only 3 different set pieces.
Yeah.
Like a room, a roof, and some.
That's why the
fucking
movie's
coffee
called The
shop.
Room.
Batman, the room.
It's just one room in Arkham. It's just like the long Arkham hallway.
The whole
It's
movie.
just his cell. He's like,
The-
Batman, I did not hit her.
The whole
Or his little
movie is Tommy
cafeteria.
was so
I know you did it,
arguing
Joker.
with himself as the Joker.
And then he
He's
like
also playing Batman.
But like the Batman is just he just puts
Everyone.
like a Batman mask on. He's like, no, I didn't.
Like one of the ones you got from McDonald's
Yeah,
a couple
from
years ago.
Walmart, yeah, as a child.
Oh, damn it. I was going to say that Adam West should play Batman, but he can't.
Dead.
Yeah,
He's dead. Sorry.
I forgot.
Sorry, Eli.
They could
Yeah.
probably do like stock footage.
Just take some of his lines from Family Guy and throw them in there.
No, just hologram him into it from the cartoon.
Prepare to be at the mercy of my cat launcher.
Yeah.
Uh,
Bringing it back to the porcupine cannon.
Oh God.
We're not using the
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that
Yeah.
fight idea.
No.
Anyway,
no
what do we got?
Yeah, fucking.
legendary Lobo screenwriter Josh Infuse, who wrote Wonder Woman, says he's hoping to capture the spirit of the character. This is the Michael Bay directed Lobo movie, by the way.
Oh. Well, they're not really going to capture much of anything because nobody's going to be able to pay attention to
Wait,
it.
are they saying that the director who did Wonder Woman is legendary?
No, Legendary Pictures
Oh, legendary. Okay.
is
Okay, it's the company. I was
Yeah.
thinking they were talking about the director.
no.
Legendary
Because his work on-
director of making thighs jiggle.
He pulled the DCEU out of the gutter.
Because I'm not. No.
It's the
Anybody
writer
that
of
does
Wonder Woman.
not
Yeah, it's
legendary.
the writer because Michael
It's an
Bay's
okay
directing the
movie.
Lobo.
Not legendary.
He pulled the
I mean,
DCEU out of the
You're
gutter.
gonna have
That's why he's
Michael Bay
legendary.
direct a superhero movie.
Lobo's probably the one. you
Lobo
should
is
go with.
probably either
He's-
Lobo or the Hulk.
Yeah,
are gonna be your best
I
options.
think Lobo's
Both
definitely,
of them would cause a lot of explosions.
Lobo's definitely better because he's basically
absolutely.
a pale mercenary that rides a flying motorcycle.
Blows shit
so
up.
yeah,
Anarchy all day.
yeah. So I guess this is probably like the best option to or put Michael
I,
Bay
know.
in.
I will say I do like that DC tries to have movies for their villains,
Yeah.
whereas Marvel's just like, yeah, they're
They're
in
disposable.
some like Ulysses Claw. He was in other movies, but he just very vague until Black Panther, and then
Yeah.
they kill him.
I would have liked to see Eric Collinger.
Killmonger.
Yeah, Killmonger. Sorry.
Colander.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the thing that you use
My
to
mind is scrambled
Colander.
a little
like,
bit.
the thing that you use to like pasta
They
and
call
water.
him Killjoy.
Yeah.
I
My
just
name
Killmonger.
is
Killmonger.
Aaron Cauldron.
Collinger.
Gandalf uses a cauldron. Do you know what he looks like?
Does he?
He doesn't.
I'm not-
He
Culver.
does not.
Yeah,
I'm
he
not
doesn't-
gonna answer that.
Merlin does.
I'm not gonna answer that.
I suppose Dumbledore probably uses a cauldron.
No, Dumbledore was never a potions master though. He was more
But he
like
did potions.
But he did have that big
Yeah.
pot full of
Okay.
water
Speaking,
that
was just
hold
one
on.
pot.
sucked his
Speaking
brain
of
out.
both Harry Potter and Marvel, Dumbledore.
What?
You want Dumbledore versus Thor, or you want to?
No, we wanted to
He
make
wants
a love
Dumbledore
child.
picking up the hammer to
Dumbledore.
become Thor, I think.
Dumbledore.
Can we do fusion battles the next time?
No, I
for
want
our
them
next
to
one?
butt fuck,
If
and then they make a
shut
baby.
shut the fuck up. If you come up with a good one, I'm
Like
fine with it.
Dumbledore
Yeah.
versus fucking Doctor Doom combined with Darth Vader.
Dr. Vader.
Doctor, that's not cool.
Darth Doom.
They would
Darth Doom.
fucking rape Dumbledore
Vader.
up the ass.
With a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Legendary horror. This is actually legendary horror and sci-fi. Director John Carpenter said he's considering the possibility of directing more feature films in the future.
Well, I mean, he earned that title.
Yeah, but he's old as shit.
Yeah, but
Just
he's still
know
better
that-
than the guy that directed Wonder Woman. That movie, like I said, that movie's okay.
Dude, that
It's not
John
fantastic.
Carpenter made Ghosts of Mars, though.
He also made The Thing.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of lost some later on. Like, he was really good, and then Ghosts of Mars came
Well,
out.
I mean, it's the same thing with like Steven Spielberg and fucking big dudes like that. Like, they'll either have like really good movies or really fucking shit movies.
I mean, look at Michael Bay's track record.
He's only had one good
I mean,
movie.
to be
Exactly.
fair,
He had
Michael.
Bad Boys 2. That's all he's got.
I don't even know if I'd call that one good. Definitely not as good as the first one.
It's the most popular.
Turns out Bad Boys 2 is like a pre-sequel to Wild Hogs.
God, I hate that movie so fucking
Yeah, it's
much.
so bad.
Anyway.
John Wick Chapter 3, continuing the adventures of Keanu Reeves, Indestructible Hitman, will be starting filming in April.
Okay.
Glad to see Keanu Reeves and things.
I'm really,
other than
I
Matrix.
like John Wick, so like this movie was pretty fucking.
I still haven't
But you know
watched
he
it.
did his best work as the one.
Yeah,
Isn't
Neo.
John Wick just like discount taken?
No, the
That's
dude
how
dog
it
gets
was
killed.
described to me.
The dude dog gets killed, and he's like, I'm gonna just fucking murder everyone.
Yeah, so it's discount because it's not even like a human. It's like, oh, they killed my dog.
Yeah, I'm not
Fucking
entirely.
everybody's
like-
gonna pay for this.
I think I like the John Wick movies because it's like fucking 2.5 hours of just action
Non-stop
scenes and
violence,
shit.
and like the first
They
one.
It's
don't
not
try-
even like
They don't try to
non-stop.
shove a story down your throat.
It's not even
really.
like non-stop. There's like a ridiculous amount of like backstory kind of lore shit going on, and that's kind of one of the things that like bothers me is it's because it's like people fucking bitch about movies being like this, and then John Wick gets like 98% on fucking Rotten Tomatoes or some shit, and it's really not like that great. Like they're pretty good, but it's definitely something that I'm okay with wasting my time on. But it's not like I'm gonna watch this movie 37 times because it's the greatest thing that came out this year.
Chief Strategy Officer Kevin Mayer explains that contrary to popular theory, Disney's upcoming streaming service is not a plan to kill Netflix.
That's a lie.
Yeah, I feel like it's straight up
All
lie.
of Disney's plans are a plot to kill something else.
Well, and
or
I mean,
buy it out at
Net-
least.
Netflix is kind of going down because pretty much everybody is taking their shit off Netflix.
The Nun's latest spin-off from the
Well,
fucking-
Netflix is like pushing really hard too for like making more of what they have on there,
Yeah,
like
the
their own
originals.
stuff.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of which, I'd recently watched The Ritual, which is a Netflix original movie. Pretty solid movie up until like the big reveal of the like scary monster thing.
Altered Carbon, pretty solid show.
I have not watched that.
I like it. It's,
It looks like it has pretty solid ratings on.
it is
there, though.
it is what I like it more than I like Blade Runner 2049. But personally, I didn't like 2049
I
as
don't-
much
I
as everyone else
I
did.
don't really know if I can accept that.
I don't like 2049 as much.
Well-
I think it's a very visually pretty movie, very good directed movie. The sound is amazing, but I fucking hate the story. I do. And
John's burning up inside.
And-
No, I'm not. I'm just like,
I can no, I can understand.
Burning up inside.
I kind of understand.
God
I
damn it.
understand why people really like the movie, and I can get that. But there's just certain things from the original Blade Runner when I watched it, and then it's probably because I watched the original Blade Runner before I came into 2049, and I
I mean,
guess
I did too.
I didn't like it at all at the end. I didn't like the twist reveals that they had in 2049. I thought they were meh. It's a good movie. Like it's a solid 8. But
I mean,
like,
I'm not saying it's
yeah.
better than the first fucking Blade Runner.
Oh, I'm
just
not saying it
it's
is like
probably like my favorite movie that came out last year. So
Mine was Get Out, so like I'm just.
I think that was good. I just don't think it was as good as everybody thinks it is. Like the main cast character, solid gold, Oscar winner, fucking potential right there. The rest of the movie is just kind of like I saw all that shit coming from like a mile away.
Right, and I get you, but I just really like Get Out a lot, so.
Get out of town.
Get Out and Detroit. Actually, no, Detroit was my favorite movie of last year.
See, I didn't see Detroit in theaters. So.
Detroit's fucking depressing, but, it's one of those movies where, like...
And then I have a problem with, like, how much whitewashing was kind of in Detroit.
Yeah. Really?
There was a ridiculous amount of white characters. Where it should have been at least, like, 50% black.
Right.
And it really wasn't.
You didn't want them... I think they just didn't want... I don't know, I'm one of those people where I was like...
I'm going over realism over
Yeah.
top of what offends people.
Oh, it's not
the
even
time.
that. I just personally just enjoyed the movie. Like, I thought...
I definitely didn't think it was a bad movie. It could have been done better.
Did you see Mother?
I did not.
Dude, that movie's really fucked up. You should watch it. It's actually quite interesting.
I think I've watched part of it, but I don't
People
think
really,
I got
really
to watch the whole thing.
People really, really like it, or they really, really hate it. And I was in the... I really, really enjoyed it. So, Book of Life director Jorge Gutierrez reveals that he will no longer helm the upcoming Legos movie spin-off, Billion Brick Race. I didn't even know that there was a spin-off of this coming out.
What is it a spin-off of?
Apparently it's a Lego racing movie.
Oh, well, that sounds stupid.
I had no idea that was a spin-off, but apparently it is. That's actually, yeah.
No, that sounds like it's going to be really dumb.
No, yeah.
As
no.
much as, like, Lego movies aren't, like, fucking Oscar potential or whatever. But, like, the first Lego movie, I was like, it was pretty funny. And then, like, Lego Batman was like, that was really fucking boring. And then Lego Ninjago I actually thought was pretty hilarious. So...
There's parts of Lego Ninjago I really, really like, and then there's parts that I really didn't.
No, like, I thought, like, 85% of that movie was actually pretty funny.
I like when they're...
For being a Lego movie,
Yeah.
it was actually pretty funny.
I still think my favorite part was the ninjas. They're like, can I be the element of surprise? No, that's the fusion ninja. Surprise! And then he just disappears.
I liked when fucking Lloyd's arm pops out, and he's just like, it doesn't look that bad, and he's like, what does it look like? And his arm's just fucking gone.
Yeah. And I think another part I liked is they're playing... What
Like,
fucking
which
song
one?
are they playing when they're, like, building shit together?
I don't remember.
Take me down to the highway. And they're playing that. And they're like, good job, son. I've never learned how to throw. Let me teach you now. And they're just doing all this shit at once.
I just don't remember because I've only seen it like twice.
Yeah.
But I remember laughing both times.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good sign that a movie's funny, is if I watch it a second time and still laugh at jokes.
Meowthra was really funny for what it was. Because they're like,
I don't think I watched that.
No, the secret weapon scene. Where they show the cat.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's because the entire time they're literally fighting a giant cat.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, not like the whole time, but that's the main point. Is the giant cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LeBron James is producing a reboot of the 1990 comedy House Party, written by Atlanta writers Stephen Glover and Jamal Alori. I really liked House Party.
Okay, but why though?
With Kid and Play.
Okay, but why though?
I thought it
Why,
was
though, that the movie's funny, or why, though, are they making another one?
Why are they making another one?
Because it's
Nostalgia.
2018 and
Nostalgia.
nobody wants to try and come up with something new because it's
So,
cheaper and easier
yeah.
to
So if you
reboot
make
something.
House Party now, they're going to be doing Molly and Ecstasy. Keeping it relevant.
Probably
I mean,
Xanax.
Xanax, yeah.
They might as well, at this point, they might as well
Xanax
reboot
make her
Coneheads.
So this is the okay.
Xanax
Before we go into this, this is our quick minute on sexual assault
Again?
with Quentin Tarantino this time.
Well, who did he fuck now?
He did not. So Sony is planning on dropping out of the Quentin Tarantino movie because they recently came up with they found an audio file from Howard Stern's old radio show where Quentin Tarantino was defending Roman Polanski having sex with a 13-year-old by saying, and I quote, girls don't know what they want at that age, and I know she really wanted it.
How long ago was this, though? I feel like I heard that episode, but I feel like that was a really long time.
Yeah, it was like 2007.
I mean, that's a pretty shitty thing to say, but it's not like he directly hurt anybody.
I know.
See, that's the thing, is like...
But no, there's also the, like... There was also the incident where, like, he told Uma Thurman to do a stunt and she didn't feel comfortable with it, and she got severely injured, and they kept that on a hush-hush for, like, years. And it was Kill Bill. So it's been, like, years.
That's definitely, like, a different sort of thing, though. Like, I don't think that should specifically ruin somebody's career, obviously, because it's not like he's sexually assaulted Uma Thurman or anything like that. Like, she still obviously had the option to refuse whatever stunt or whatever that was, or to use a stunt double. Like, because
no, he wanted her to specifically do it, and he coaxed her into doing it.
That's the thing, is she still could have refused to do it herself. They have stunt doubles that did stuff in Kill Bill movies. They didn't use Uma Thurman for all of the stunts. So I can understand why, as a director, you would just want your actor to do it, because it's cheaper and it makes it look more real, or you have less of a chance for it to look not real. But, like, at the end of the day, she could definitely still refuse and have a stunt double do it. It's not like at whatever point they were at in the movie, because I'm pretty sure that was in Volume 2, wasn't it?
Yes.
So, like, at that point in the movie, they definitely just can't recast her. But at the same time, it's still shitty. It definitely at least warrants, like, maybe, like, keeping an eye on him, making sure he doesn't do anything dumb. But, I think that the thing with Howard Stern, it's kind of it's definitely a shitty thing to say. It's definitely not the right thing to say. But at the same time, he didn't directly hurt anyone. He's just, like, causing more of a problem. I think it's better to just point at him and be like, that's a piece of shit opinion.
Right.
But, like, it's like if I said something like that, too, people would tell me I'm a shitty human being, but I wouldn't get fired from my job for it.
Fuck John Dean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy's a faggot.
At least take him out to dinner first.
I mean, you don't have to.
Gotta make him pay for the play.
Fuck?
So there is a
You
lawsuit.
gotta wine and dine before I
There's
get
a
fined.
lawsuit against. Ryder claims Fox's Kingsman franchise is still an idea leading to the Kingsman potentially facing the greatest foe, the court system, which is fucking dumb. Okay, that didn't because it is adopted off of Mark Millar's original work. So like, I hate when people do this. We're like, my idea kind of sounded the same. I'm like every other spy film ever.
Well, that's the thing, too. I watched a video in college that was kind of, like, touching on this sort of thing.
Originality is dead. It's all about
Yeah,
taking
it was
something
pretty
else.
much like that. It was basically, like, stating that, like, every original idea or thought that you could ever think
has been done before.
has already been at least thought up by somebody else before. It's never, like, the basic summaried idea that you come up with that needs to be differentiated. It's all the little details and, like, how things happen and stuff like that. It's everything else. It's the semantics. Like, it's the same thing. Like, George Lucas literally could have, like, been like, oh, I came up with the Chosen One prophecy kind of thing. And then, like, every Chosen One storyline, he could be like, that's my idea, blah, blah, blah. But really, it's like,
It's not.
there's a trillion other people who did it before him,
Because technically
too.
speaking,
King Arthur.
Joseph Campbell literally wrote a manifesto about the hero's journey.
Well, and the hero's journey even existed before then, too.
Exactly, with King Arthur and legends.
Well, even before
Yeah,
then, it
but
was
you know
like
what I mean,
the
like
Iliad
legends,
and the
yeah,
Odyssey.
Legends of old and shit like that.
Yeah.
Had the hero's journey as a legit.
You
And
are
even like
the chosen
even
one.
like Jesus' storyline follows the hero's journey timeline. So it's like none of these
Does it
ideas.
really?
Yes, it really does.
Yeah, you're. Oh shit. Who is this Merlin?
God?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Go, my son, free them, make them pure.
Well, Jesus' story takes like a little bit of a weird turn towards the hero's journey because like the Bible doesn't cover all of that extra stuff. Basically,
He fought a dragon.
they just basically are all like, yeah, fucking Mary was a virgin and she just kind of gave birth to a 36-year-old dude, and then he went around and did stuff.
And Jesus went to hell.
And then nobody ever talks about like Jesus being a baby or whatever or anything like that.
Jesus
Because
He fought a dragon.
Did he
Jesus
actually?
accidentally almost killing someone. That's actually a real story.
I mean, none of that shit really matters because it's not real anyways, but whatever. I mean, if you believe in Jesus, that's fine, but I'm just saying. Like,
Fox hires Brian
Wrong.
Michael Bendis to work on the script for an X-Men movie directed by Tim Miller, which certainly looks to be the Kitty Pryde film.
I like Kitty Pryde.
I wonder why.
I like kitties.
Paddington Bear
Is that
where
director
you're
Paul
gonna
King
Get
He's
perfect
blinking.
date.
enters
He's alive at least.
enters talks to direct the reboot of the Willy Wonka movie.
Does it really need another reboot?
Didn't
just
we
got
already have
one,
one?
like
Yeah.
we got one
Charlie
like
and the
10
Chocolate
years ago
Factory.
with not Johnny Depp.
I mean, he was Willy Wonka, so you were kind of close.
Yeah, but I meant more the actor than the character.
Is this just another one of those like Johnny Depp's a shitty person now, so we have to fucking remake his movie again?
That's not why. So Eli, you're gonna be super happy. Michael Fassbender and Arnold Schwarzenegger are joining the film adaptation of Kung
Kung
Fury.
Two. I'm
Electric
excited.
Yeah,
I'm so fucking
Wait, Michael
excited for this.
Fassbender and who?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold.
I'm back.
Or
Get to the chopper.
I'm super pumped because, yeah, Kung Fury's great, and
Kung
Kung
Fury is
Fury
really
2
great.
is going to be
It's
also
awesome.
great. I am pumped, but not like excessively because
I'll be back.
He'll be back on the next
All right.
movie.
Before that comes out, so
you'll be what?
so it'll be a while before that comes out, though.
More
Also,
than likely.
next year it's like Kung Fury 2's out, and Eli's like, "Well, I'll be
I
there."
think it'll be like 2020 probably.
Yeah. Hasbro announces the upcoming film slate, revealing that the Transformers movies will reboot, or rather reset, after the Bumblebee movie.
Why would they do it after the Bumblebee spinoff?
Because they're gonna end that. I think that ends their saga. It's like you understand where Bumblebee is, and then it's a new Transformers movie.
That doesn't make any sense though.
I don't fucking know, dude.
You don't even need Bumblebee.
I mean, it's not like all the other ones made much sense either, but like it's
Right.
like we're gonna give Bumblebee some more backstory so that we can have a reason to fucking
retcon the shit out of
retcon
them.
everything.
Yeah.
It's like, why even bother? Why not just make the next one the fucking?
I think it's because they've already started filming it. They kind of just have
they're
to
all
do it.
they're all like, shit. We started this thing, but now
because
we.
they need to sell Camaros that year.
They're literally
They're
doing.
not using. They're using the VW Bug.
They're literally doing
They
the
need to
same
sell
thing
those.
that I do with
the
all of mine.
1980s VW Bug.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're going since it's back in time.
They could go vintage.
They're gonna sell VAW Bugs
Yes.
for sale. Okay.
Why not? There's an open market.
No, there's not.
I'm
They'll
pretty
make
sure.
one.
Unless you're a big fan of Herbie
I'm
Fully Loaded.
pretty
I don't
sure
believe
that
so.
the years they're going back to predate the Camaro, anyways. So,
Fucking year they're going back to.
aren't they going back to like World War II,
No,
or is it World War One?
it's not even the World War One. They're going like retro 80s. They're backtracking that. They backtracked the fuck out of this movie.
I just thought they were gonna do the fucking.
That's what
Nazis
the
or whatever.
implication was when they showed. Like,
Yeah, I literally thought he was gonna fight
Yeah.
Nazis.
No. It's like the 1980s.
Well, then yeah, there's definitely gonna be fucking Camaros, but they're the 1980s had the fucking IROCs. So,
Oh,
and
yeah,
if they're doing early 80s, it's not even gonna be the good IROCs,
It's
the
not.
IROC
But
Zs.
that's the thing. He's not going to be a Camaro in this one. He's actually going to be.
Well,
a
that's
Bug.
why I'm saying that's
Yeah.
probably why they didn't pick him to be a fucking
Yeah.
I
Camaro.
mean, they could have been like, oh, fuck it, he's like a 79 Camaro instead.
Yeah, well, that's what he was like originally in the first one was a late 70s model. They probably would have gone with like a late 60s model at that point, because that's the one that's like everybody fucking wants.
I don't know.
Welcome to John's car minute.
But what I mean with this idea is that, like, I don't know. Maybe they'll have a better story. Maybe Unicron won't be Earth. Sorry, spoiler alert. Unicron is Earth. But,
Maybe.
I don't know. I
won't be
fucking
complete
didn't
garbage.
mind that they were doing something weird with it.
I
It's
want to
just-
do Unicron versus Galactus. That's like a fight I want to talk about one day. I think that'd be a cool fight. Sorry, I just like.
I don't know
Maybe,
anything
but-
about Unicron.
I will.
Yeah, we'd have to do some fucking in-depth research.
I know some shit about Galactus. He's technically good now.
I
Really?
mean, Galactus
Yeah.
has always been a chaotic neutral because he's not aligned
Yeah,
with
now
anything.
he's good. I don't
He's
remember
more
what
like
happened.
chaotic neutral.
Doesn't he just send his herald so
I
that
mean,
he won't end up
in the-
unnecessarily killing anyone?
Yes and no. They just find planets
He
with
does
enough
that
life force
for-
energy.
He does that forever, but now he's like officially a good guy.
Yeah.
And he, rather than destroying planets, he's basically like replacing the ones that he ate.
But won't he just get hungry? If he could do that, why couldn't he just make a planet for himself to eat?
I don't remember the exact details. I just remember, like, I don't think he eats planets anymore. I think he only like replaces them.
Netflix cancels Disjointed, the Kathy Bates and Chuck Lorre single camera pop comedy television show. I thought the show was dumb, so I don't know
Who's
if
Kathy Bates?
she was in Misery.
What's Misery?
Okay.
I don't know. I think we need more pot-relevant comedy TV series, so it's
I
I
kind
mean,
think
with
every
this-
comedy in this day and age is pot relevant.
of... Not really. I
They
mean,
really are.
they make jokes about it, but this
Yeah,
was like
exactly.
the whole point was pot.
Andy Serkis doesn't believe he'll reprise his iconic role as Gollum in the recently announced television adaptation of Lord of the Rings. I honestly thought when they talked about this, they were going to adapt short, like it's going to be miniseries wise. They were going to do short stories from the Silmarillion, either episodically or a
I would
series.
prefer that. Why would
Yeah.
I want Lord of the
Yeah, I
Rings
don't want
redone
Lord of the
again?
Rings over.
Are they really just making?
I would really
the
love to
movies into a
see,
TV
what
series?
is it, Children of Andoon?
Yeah, right.
I don't remember if that's how it's pronounced or whatever, but that's one of the books that's in like the Lord of the Rings fucking lore or whatever, and it's a really fucking good book.
It just came out, didn't it?
No, it's old.
Ooh.
I have no idea what that is.
I have the book, and
If
I
you
know
gave me some like
I could.
basic plot, I might remember.
I'd
it.
like them to
Doesn't
make
matter.
The Hobbit.
Here, I'll search it up because I can't fucking remember how to pronounce that.
I'd like
fucking
them to do a
word.
whole thing on like the Witch King when he just fucked up like Angmar and got the name Witch King of Angmar, and when he was fucking up all the northern kingdoms and the Dunedain and shit, because like Sauron and the fuck's his name? I can't remember the guy who's above Sauron's name now, because I'm tired. But
Evil
yeah,
Dark Wizard Guy 12.
point is that like they weren't present, and the Witch King was like, you know what? I'm still gonna fuck shit up, and then he just went and did it.
No, that's very understandable. So, Greatest American Hero reboot is ordered a pilot by ABC, and they cast Hannah Simone. She played Cece from New Girl, so it's a female lead. In the Believe It or Not, I'm walking on air.
No, it's a ruined.
Because it's a woman?
No, because it's not a guy with blonde curly hair.
Okay, so you are really saying it's not a it's because a woman.
What if it's a woman who looks like a guy with blonde hair?
Then you might have yourself a deal.
Season 2 Netflix of Netflix and Marvel's The Punishers will reportedly start filming later this month, which is surprising because we haven't had any casting things, so I guess it's just all the same cast.
For what?
That's to say,
Punisher Season 2.
Ah.
Martin Scorsese and Vikings TV show creator Michael Hurst are working together in a series about ancient Rome titled The Caesars.
yep.
Oh, so it's like Vikings, but for the Romans.
It'll be a lot more political.
Be very Game of Thronesy.
Probably.
But good?
I mean, Game of Thrones is good. I don't know what you want.
I want better.
I mean, at the very least, they'll probably finish it. Whereas George R. R. Martin will die.
Speaking of which, that's another story I have.
Dead?
No, George R. R. Martin confirms the Song of Fire and Ice, aka Game of Thrones, will only consist of 7 books. At least that's what he hopes. He still hasn't got them books done.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna be like, yeah, first he's gotta fucking complete the one he's been working on for like my entire life.
What?
Literally.
George R. R. Martin is still
Oh,
working
yeah.
on the book series.
Sounds like you said
Obviously
Jar
it
Jar
is.
Martin.
Oh, here it is. The Children of Hurin.
Maybe
That's
still
what it's
gonna
called.
finish the book.
Here, I'll show you a picture of the cover.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Children of Hurin?
Hurin, yeah. It's a fucking...
Still lead.
That's the cover.
Well, that's an elf.
What is next?
I'll read the summary, or you can read the summary, I guess.
So while Hulu continues to steadily increase its subscribers count, that isn't yet translating financially as the service has lost over $900 million in 2017.
Maybe because you
damn.
have a less
Damn.
ads version that just.
I
still
wish I
has the
had
same number of
$900
ads.
million to just lose.
To lose.
After 7 feature films, franchise creator Don Mancini is preparing to bring Chucky the Murderous Doll to TV in the form of an 8-part series.
It's not really that good of a movie
Yeah,
series.
it's not that even good of a movie series. And the last and final story is a Netflix story. Sword Art Online, the live-action TV series, has been greenlit for Netflix. Promises to be faithful to the anime and have 2 main Asian actors to be the lead of Asuna
Why
and
would
Kirito.
we even care if it's faithful to the anime? Because the anime sucks.
I mean, they tried to do the same thing with Death Note, and we saw how that worked.
Yeah, but
But they weren't faithful to the anime.
They're doing a TV show for this one too, so they
Yeah.
have a lot more time to cover whatever they're doing.
But they're not going to use it wisely.
Probably not, because they can't. Sword Art Online's garbage as it is. The only way that they could do it is and make it good is if they fixed all the problems, and then they wouldn't be faithful to the anime, which is what they're saying that they're going to do. So it's obviously going to be trash.
Someone asked, like, oh yeah, he's like, well, what makes it so bad? I was like, I just want to point out that the plot just literally, there is none. They just kind of do it.
The fact that they literally take like a 5-episode break to raise a child that's a computer
The
program.
fact that they skip around so much
Yeah.
in episodes. is
And I
the
also
only
don't like how good Kirito is just because he's a beta tester.
Well, it's not even that he's a beta tester. He's just literally OP as fuck. Like, for no apparent reason. It's literally the same thing of, like, the Chosen One prophecy. He just picks this random fucking kid out of a hat, and suddenly he's God in
Yeah.
this universe.
He's like, you're the only one that could use the dual starburst blade attack.
He's the only character in the entire game that can use dual swords, who's gonna fight the only character in the game that can use a shield and a sword, because all the other characters are too fucking dumb to have figured out how to hold another weapon at this point.
I never thought about it like that. Yeah,
It's-
no one else uses shields in this fucking...
Well, it's literally the idea is like that's a skill that he has and only he has. It's like, so what you're trying to tell me is this is supposed to be like the most realistic MMO video game virtual reality thing ever, but yet other people can't use their non-dominant hand for something other than gripping the sword that's in their dominant hand also.
The thing that blows my mind is that later on in that series, Kirito still has dual wield, and mind you, this is how they change it. It's 2
He gets
different
a sword and a gun.
Yeah, well, no.
Oh, I guess that's in Sword Art Online
Yeah,
2.
in Elfhelm Online, he can use dual wield because he's like, it's 2 different skills. So, like, my left hand has one skill with this sword, and my right hand has this skill with this sword.
I guess my left hand has a different skill too, but you know.
I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. Like, the thing...
Most people call it the sleeper or the stranger.
So, yeah. So if you could
Are
change...
you still reading that summary, or did you fall asleep?
I'm reading it.
A little bit of both. So if you could change, like, so John, like, in all honesty, we were talking about this. What is for
Much care for it.
Yeah.
There's
to
something
keep
finished
the
by
Sword Art
Sunday.
Online series more, like, quote unquote faithful, but yet change it? What would be like one major thing you take out of it?
Kirito.
Yeah, I'd probably let him die. Like, you really can't.
Take out their child.
Yeah, I'd take all of that out for sure. I'd probably
No, not like
The second
just
half of the
remove
first-
it. I'd take out their child.
kill it.
Fucking take his ass out.
I think the
He's
one
not
thing-
real, so it's not illegal.
Yeah,
It's
it's a girl.
Oh.
It's technically a computer program.
Well,
Yeah,
it
but
has no
it takes
gender.
form as a girl.
Did you just assume it's gender?
I don't know, Zach. Did you ever watch ReZero? Someone you
No.
thought was a girl was actually a guy. So
That
just
actually
never know.
happens a lot in
Yeah.
anime.
Traps
anyways.
exist for a
The
reason.
second
Zach.
I
part
don't know
of
if
the
we can call them traps. I think that's offensive. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
That's what they call them in the anime community. It's traps.
Well, yeah, but I'm pretty sure that it's not just in the anime community. Like, legitimate, like, transvestites get called traps all the time.
Are you for real? That's
and I'm
fucked up.
pretty sure that that's like a seriously offensive thing.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
we never
Way
say
to go,
anything
man.
offensive on this podcast.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter. I mean, we've dropped fucking other worse shit.
Yeah, well, some of us have, but
No, I mean, I'm not even like talking about the N-word. I'm talking about like the things that we generally leave in here,
yeah,
like faggot or something,
Right.
or even like just saying
Holocaust
gay.
jokes.
Yeah, Holocaust
Holocaust
jokes.
jokes. Yeah,
Uh,
but like,
Keen is very Kevin Spacey.
I'm pretty sure we made like a kid joke earlier. That's probably not very frowned on, or I mean, opposite of
That's
frowned
very
on.
frowned on.
People smile at that.
They connect with that joke. They're like, ha ha.
That's
That's
funny,
me.
Get that.
only
No,
to me,
like-
I'm not
Okay,
going to
so
say
I
that because I
guess-
don't want anyone to soundbite that.
right?
I guess for me, I guess the one thing I would change.
I almost just said it.
Oh my god, no!
Oh man, funny stuff.
I just for me, I just like I hate the I don't know. I guess I would change Kirito's character to be more not meekish. I guess is the term, but like more realistic. Where like the first couple of episodes he's struggling.
Hesitant?
I think I would make it so that it's more like a standard MMORPG, where like, cause every single time like that they go to a boss fight, it ends up being like 37 people die, and then the other like 50 kids just sit back and watch as
Yeah.
Kirito dominates the boss by himself. But like, if you've ever taken a part in an MMO raid, it's literally like 100 dudes against like this one boss, and sometimes it still takes hours. So it's pretty dumb that like literally every single boss battle ends up being Kirito versus the boss.
I'd
Beta testers.
probably make him to where he's not such a bitch in like the beginning. And
Yeah.
he's just like, oh man, they died because of me. I'm high level.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And
is
it's
the
like
reason
that
you
doesn't
can-
really add up, bud.
Yeah, that doesn't really correlate.
And
I
like the
guess.
fucking filler episodes are real in that show.
Yeah, they're really bad too.
Entire episode on like him finding a flower to revive her pet.
Yeah,
It's just like, oh god.
probably skip over that part. Like, the only reason that filler was even included was to create a potential, like, harem style for the anime.
To be fair, that
specifically.
was actually in the book.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but it was literally only put in there to make it basically fit into,
Right.
like, the harem
Yeah.
genre.
I don't care where it was. It's
Which was
dumb.
kind of, like, taking off in that time.
The thing
when
that
that
really
came out.
bothers me though is like someone had the book and like my old roommate had the book. He's like, "You should read it. It's really good." And I read it. And I'm like, "Oh, this light novel is trash." Like the writing in the anime is actually a lot better than in the book. The book is really really bad.
They're both terrible.
The book is literally like the reason people read that book is because it's in Kirito's first person. So like it's to make you feel like you're like saving these like girls and like feeling good about it.
Well, the thing that the show has advantage over, too, is that the show is actually a longer-running series than
Right.
the light novel is, too.
Yeah, the light novel is legitimately it's basically the power manga fantasy that you got from like Dragon Ball and shit like that. But man, ladies really really like me and I'm a fucking badass.
Yeah.
And I think that's another reason why there was appeal for at least a lot of the male people.
You know
who
what
like
else
Sword
really bothers me about Sword Art Online? It's literally like an MMORPG about people fighting each other with swords, but like hardly anybody wears legitimate armor.
Really, but I mean,
Like all the girls are wearing skirts the
Yeah.
whole time,
I
Yeah.
get that.
and like
the
Asuna's
thing
like
I don't
wearing
like-
a dress.
The thing I don't like is it's like everybody in that fucking anime is like sort of skinny or attractive.
Yeah.
And it's just like no. I've played MMOs. I
Yeah,
know how this
exactly.
works.
There's
We're the fat neckbeards, goddammit.
There's only one part where that actually happens, and it's right at the
Right,
beginning.
Where it's
too.
the guy and the girl, and
Yeah,
one's
who's-
a guy,
you
and
know,
one's like a
But,
lanky.
well, they're both guys,
Yeah.
but one of them's
Like a-
avatar is a girl,
Yeah.
and then it
Yeah.
reveals their real faces, and it's like, oh, you're a dude.
Yep.
And then I actually was okay with that part because I always assumed that basically anyone. I guess I could see like unattractive people would make sense, but like at least the like non-physically fit people would have been like kind of the first to die off.
I mean, yeah.
Or at least
never-
would have been like stuck on the first
I mean,
level.
would they? Because it's not like it's more based off like game level than actual physical
Yeah,
fitness.
true. I guess.
It's not just like, oh, you weigh 300 pounds. Fuck you! You can't do this move.
Yeah, I don't know. They never really like specify either way. I guess it probably would lean more towards the idea that like game mechanic logic plays over real logic, because like Kirito literally takes like 37 sword slashes in that fucking
Yeah, he just
filler episode, and
regens it.
he's But
Anyway,
yeah, I don't know. I guess I could see some sort of like physical attribute skill playing a little bit of it. If you're like too lazy to even like walk to the fridge to eat more fucking, I don't know, whatever the fuck fat people generally eat.
cheese
Lots
puffs.
and
Yeah,
lots.
generally like
bacon.
you don't walk to the fridge to get cheese puffs.
If you keep them on top of the fridge.
That's true, I guess. Or if your cupboards are close to your fridge.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Cheese puffs. It is.
And bacon.
I guess.
I
Well, yeah,
feel
but
like
then
they
you'd have
don't-
to
You'd have
cook
to
it.
cook bacon. That's
Yeah.
too much work.
Not if
for-
it's the pre-cooked.
I still
You would
wouldn't
still have
eat
to
it.
warm it up.
Yeah, put it in the microwave.
It's already pre-cooked. You don't technically have to heat it up.
They're gonna.
Yeah, they're definitely at least gonna put it in the microwave. And when you're like gaming, that's way too much. But yeah, I feel like I don't know.
Cheetos and Mountain Dew.
But yeah, I guess I could see that point too. There's never any ugly characters, at the very least. They're always like at least slightly attractive.
Can we just talk about how they let kids play this game, and the guy, the person making this, would have had to come along and at one point think, yeah, kids are gonna play this.
Yeah.
They can die.
But I mean, to be fair, we also let like fucking 10-year-olds play Call of Duty generally, as a society.
Technically,
Not us as people,
no. That's their parents.
literally, because none of us have kids, but
That's their parents' fault.
society in general, yeah.
Society doesn't technically smile upon it, but no one does anything
Plus,
about
at the
it.
same time, like from what we can see in the anime, I would generally assume that this MMO would have been probably rated T for teen. I mean, nobody bleeds ever.
And sex really isn't a thing.
Well, I mean, you could probably have it in just being in virtual reality, unless they just don't allow avatars to portray nudity or whatever. I don't
think
know.
that but that's a thing too, that they don't allow avatars.
That's kind of like a weird question to think about, because like there is that scene where Asuna like just literally like clicks a button and all her clothes disappear. But then I suppose they probably didn't include the button that makes your bra disappear or whatever.
Right. Again, yeah.
That would kind of make me mad. Like, if you're stuck in this fucking universe for like years and you can't even change your fucking boxers.
By the way, is that the only question we had, or did we even have any questions?
No. You don't usually generally have questions for this one.
No.
So, yeah. So, everybody likes subscribe. share.
Anyways, conclusion, Sword Art Online sucks balls.
Just put
Bringing
it.
that back out there.
Just
All
put
right.
it simple.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Thank you for listening to the Robro News. Like I
Yeah,
said,
like, share, and subscribe if you want to.
if you would like
you don't
to.
have to.
You don't have to.
Do it.
But don't forget,
I mean,
so
but yeah, you
schedule
should do it.
schedule Sunday's Takedown Breakdown.
Oh, we have a schedule now?
Yeah, it's Takedown Breakdown. The Robro News comes out Monday. Dem Game Boys come out Tuesday. Who'd Win Fight comes out. I don't know what we're gonna call that. The Fight Tangent.
It could be whatever.
Fight-
It really doesn't matter.
Fight Tangent comes out on
Fight
Wednesdays.
Fight
Eli reviews Helsing will now come out. Will be coming out on Thursdays, and Bro Quest episode 1 season 2 will be coming out this week. So, yeah. have a
And
good day.
schedules don't matter. Release it whenever.
That matters to me.
Watch it whenever.
You can watch it whenever, but those are the days it comes out. Around 11 to 2, depending on if my timer works. All right, thanks. Bye.
But